It's a new day, it's a new month, it's a brand new year. And if 2025 is going to be your year and you want to be the best version of yourself, here are 5 things that you can do in under 2 minutes to be drastically better. Call a loved one. If you don't, someone else might. Do 10 jumping jacks. Well, if you have the time to be a drum, you certainly have the time to jump. Be more mindful. Breathe in, breathe out. But you were already doing this, weren't you? Cook something comforting. Well, the only thing you know how to make. Walk onto the cricket field to bat, maybe. Or maybe not.
Everyone's still waiting for the batter to come in. Perhaps no one expected such flurry of wickets to fall. And the batter might as well be in danger of being timed out.
The fielding side are certainly not happy. They're asking the question. Both batters are in the middle and the fielding side now aren't in position. There is a discussion going on here. I think they've appealed, you know.
And it looks like they have appealed for it and they have got yes given. He has been timed out.
It is a mode of dismissal. Well, it's all happening right here in Mirpur. There's that thing called spirit of the game, and we're going to call you back.
Batters might be allowed some leeway to take their time to get onto the field, but when it comes to the Bangladesh Premier League, absolutely no mercy on those 22 yards for sure. And in case you missed it, Taskin Ahmed registered the best bowling figures in the BPL just a few days ago.
That's the edge induced, and that is the wicket. Goes, gives him the charge, gets the toe end of the bat. Now it's spooned up in the air, it's going, and it's gone. With the new ball, got to be full, and this occasion is slow delivery. That will give a chance. Here's number 5 for Taskin Ahmed. Oh, then he's got a 6th one. And it's up in the air, there's a fielder coming around, getting number 7.
And over the last couple of years, the Bangladesh Premier League has been producing some gun-fast bowlers for the national team. Take for instance Nahid Rana or even Hassan Mahmood, both products of the BPL. And on this episode of the big story of the week, we're going to dig a little deeper into the revolution, the fast bowling revolution of Bangladesh and how it's affecting its fortune. About a month ago, Bangladesh created history by registering their first ever test win on Caribbean shores. This was after they were bundled out for a paltry 164 in the first innings. And mind you, they had lost the test match before that, the first of the series. And then they were looking down and out when a 22-year-old speed sensation by the name Nahid Rana came to the rescue. The man was bowling some serious heat, clocking 150 consistently and played a massive role in bundling out the home team, the West Indies, for 146 and giving Bangladesh a win for the ages. While Nahid Rana did what he did, no prizes for guessing who the player of the series was. Taskin Ahmed. And that performance from Nahid Rana was not a one-off. Nobody can forget that 4 he picked up against Pakistan in the second innings of the test match not long ago in September. And that test match was obviously historic for Bangladesh for a couple of other reasons. It was the first time in their test playing history where all 10 wickets were taken by fast bowlers. And the cherry on top of that cake was going on to beating Pakistan 2-0 in the test series for the first time ever in their cricketing history. And a couple of weeks later, when Bangladesh were touring India, India called in a 6'5" tall bowler to prepare themselves for the trio of Bangladesh pacers. And in the very first test in Chennai, once again Bangladesh went on to creating history, and in this case Hassan Mahmood, who created history by becoming the first ever Bangladesh fast bowler to take a fifer on Indian soil. So in Nahid Rana, Taskin Ahmed and Hassan Mahmood, Bangladesh have found a trio of pacers that can absolutely help them win matches in other countries, particularly in the longest format of the game. And so how did Bangladesh, spin-reliant country, suddenly move to providing gems, absolute gems, in the fast bowling department?
Right through it off the inside edge. Brilliant channel again from Tapkin. Given not for the first down. And he gets his first of the innings.
It all started when Russell Domingo took over as the coach of the Bangladesh team back in 2019. Taking over from Chandika Hathurasinghe, Domingo pushed for better tracks where the onus will be on the fast bowlers and the spinners to take wickets. And he did mention that it's also going to play a big role in helping them become better travelers as well. Now, did the experiment work? Let's take a look at some numbers and find out. In the 5-year period from 2015 to 2019, Bangladesh's pacers only picked up 11% of the wickets they had taken. Now, fast forward 5 years later, that number went from 11% to 32%, a clear indication in which way this team was headed, and they certainly weren't a spin-dependent team anymore. South African coach Russell Domingo, what he also did do is rope in a fellow South African. You might know him. He knows a thing or two about fast bowling, was a menace in the 90s, troubling some of the best batters in the world. He had white sunscreen across his face. Does that ring a bell? Absolutely. It certainly is Allan Donald, who joined the Bangladesh coaching camp. So what did Donald do to up the Bangla pace game? He said it's all to do with removing the fear of failure out of the game. And for a country that had never beaten South Africa in an ODI game, Bangladesh went on to beating South Africa in an ODI series. They hadn't won a single game in 19 efforts, and here they are, went on to beating the Proteas in South Africa in an ODI series. And who was the man of the match in the series decider and the player of the series? You guessed it right, Taskin Ahmed. It's one of the great sights in the game, isn't it, to see a fast bowler steaming in and hurrying the batters. And Bangladesh, with their trio of fast bowlers, have certainly brought their A game in the pace department. And before we leave you, all you Bangladesh fans and fast bowling fans, here's a fifer from a 22-year-old kid who bowled some serious heat. Nahid Rana's fifer against the Windies in their last test match they played. Take a look, enjoy, and we'll see you back next Sunday.
There's the length. This time taken. That is a stunner from Litton Das. Nice thinking. And he got the yes, he gets him. The finger goes up. A maiden 5 wicket.